Hello, I'm Karen Botha. Today I want to talk to you about recognizing the signs of domestic abuse and other forms of gender-based violence. Abuse wasn't always visible or physical. In fact, much of my own experience involved emotional abuse, manipulation, and control, forms of abuse that often go unnoticed but are deeply damaging. Growing up, I faced bullying at school and grooming by a teacher, experiences that taught me early on how abuse can hide behind trust and authority. Later in my adult life, I enjoyed emotional abuse in a relationship where there were no physical violence, but the control and fear were very real and very destructive. I also experienced workplace bullying, which chipped at my self-confidence and sense of safety. Abuse can take many forms. We all know what physical abuse looks like. It includes things like hitting, slapping, or any other form of physical harm. It's the other forms of abuse, the less visible ones, that we often don't even realize are abuse. I know I didn't. The first up is emotional abuse. Things like constant criticism, humiliation, isolation from family and friends, and gaslighting that makes you doubt your own reality. Next, we have psychological abuse, such as intimidation, threats, and manipulation to control your decisions and actions. Then there's economic abuse, which includes restricting access to money or resources to make you dependent on your abuser. And finally, I want to mention sexual abuse, which is often overlooked. Sexual abuse is any non-consensual sexual act, even with an intimate partner. It includes grooming and harassment. In my journey, I learned that emotional and psychological abuse can be just as harmful as physical violence. They erode your self-esteem and make it harder to leave. Recognizing these signs early is crucial. I remember feeling confused and isolated because people would often say to me, "But he's such a nice guy." The thing is, they never got to see the abuse, and I had no bruises to prove it. It took me a long time to understand that the abuse isn't always visible. Trust your feelings. If you feel controlled, afraid, or diminished in any way, those feelings are valid. If you recognize these signs in your relationship or in your school or workplace, start documenting incidents. Things like dates, times, what was said or done. Reach out to someone you trust and consider getting professional support. Remember, abuse is never your fault. Recognizing abuse is the first step towards reclaiming your life. You deserve respect, safety, and freedom in all areas of your life. In the next videos, I'll share how to create safety plans and take legal steps to protect yourself. Remember, you are not alone.